guys, I want to talk to you about the major benefits of flaxseed. We're going to go over just the major 10 benefits of flaxseed. And we're going to get right into it. First of all, I am going to give you a disclaimer. This is from my personal experience with flaxseed. It is a superfood. It is gaining traction and visibility in the public eye. But this research, and I will link my source and my sources in the description box for you, so you'll have that. But I do want to let you know this is from my personal experience, not only research that I have done, but things that I have found over the years, and also what it has done for me and for friends and family, okay? So we're going to get right into it. Now, first of all, this is what flax seeds look like whole, okay? This is what they look like whole. Now, these are the golden flax seeds. There are golden flax seeds and there are a darker brown flax seed. Now, when you're using flax seeds, you want to make sure that you grind them. And you grind them into really almost like a powder. So when you grind them, they're going to come out like a very, very fine meal like that, okay? And then that's how you get all of the benefits from the flax seeds. And then you want to keep it in a sealed jar or container, and preferably in a cool, dry place. The first thing that flax seeds are rich in is omega-3s. And omega-3 is an essential fatty acid that is not produced by our bodies. We have to get that from foods or plant sources that we ingest. And what that does for us is it fights heart disease, it fights stroke or the opportunities for stroke in our body, it fights inflammation in our arteries, and get this, guys, it even fights overall inflammation, so people that are struggling with some arthritis and things like that, or just joint pain because of the job that they do and things that entails. I know in the hospital we're on that hard floor all the time, and that inflammation and pain in the joints is so bad. And so this omega-3 really helps with the overall inflammation right there. I have a daughter who worked retail for years, and she was at first taking ibuprofen just to kind of band-aid the pain. And I talked to her about trying flaxseed because I was really concerned about her taking so much of these over-the-counter medications. They're not good for you if you take them in great quantity. And so she started on taking the flaxseed, the ground flaxseed, and she was adding it into different foods that she was using, just different things. And after a period of 30 days, she found that it was helping her a great deal. And after 60 days and 90 days, the benefits were even more pronounced, so that she was not having that inflammation and that pain, even on that hard floor day after day after day. Now, a second thing that flaxseed helps with is blood pressure and helping to regulate your blood pressure. If you are a person that battles with high blood pressure, you might want to consider giving this a try, because studies have shown that it has reduced blood pressure levels even up to 30 points. I know, right? Even up to 30 points. And get this, it has even helped with patients who have classed uncontrollable high blood pressure. And so that's so super cool. Number 3 is it aids in your cholesterol. And guess what? It raises your good cholesterol and lowers your bad cholesterol. Did you even know that there is such a thing as good cholesterol? I mean, normally we don't even know that until we get those results back from the lab, right? The doctor goes, by the way, your good cholesterol is a little low. That actually happened to my daughter. She went to the doctor and she didn't even know that she had good cholesterol and bad cholesterol until the doctor came back and said, by the way, Lindsay, your good cholesterol is way low, and we need to do something about fixing those levels. So, good for that. Now, on to number 4, fiber. Now, a lot of us are trying to incorporate more natural sources of fiber into our diets for obvious benefits. And yes, we're talking about how to make your poop better. Oh, my mother would absolutely be mortified if she knew I was talking about how to poop better on the YouTube channel. But anyway, she'll probably see this and have a comment on it. But anyway, yes, that's an important thing in life, right? What goes in, it needs to come out. You don't want to hang on to all that stuff. All right, well, flaxseed is going to help you do that because flaxseed is rich in both soluble and insoluble fibers. And what that does is it helps to trap some of those bad cholesterols and those bad fats in your body and help carry them out. Another really cool thing, you guys, that I did not know, and I had to look this up especially, according to the National Institutes of Health, flaxseed is safe for people with diverticular diseases, such as diverticulitis or diverticulosis. Isn't that cool? So even if you suffer with things like that, you can still benefit from flaxseed and all of the wonderful other properties, and it's safe for your intestinal tract and all that. Now, another really cool thing that the fiber leads into is number 5, blood sugar levels. Your blood sugar levels actually can be lowered and helped to be regulated by the use of flaxseed. Studies have found that in type 2 diabetic patients or patients with type 2 diabetes, they have found that even after 1 month of using flax seeds, their sugar levels have dropped 8 to 20%. That's huge, right? So if you're somebody who, you might not even have anybody that's diabetic in your family. If not, God bless you. That's wonderful. Keep on going. But if you yourself are diabetic, or you know anybody who is diabetic and you're trying to regulate those blood sugar levels, really consider incorporating flaxseed into your diet because of all of those fiber benefits, all of the other benefits we're talking about, and help regulate those sugar levels and get them under control. Okay, number 6. Flax seeds are very, very high in antioxidants. And we know from Dr. Oz and all these other wonderful people that have been informing us about antioxidants and the benefits of those, and you can go and research his stuff as well. We know that we want to raise the levels of that in our bodies, and we want to make more opportunities for plant-based sources of antioxidants, as many as we can. And that leads us to number 7. Now, I'm not saying that flaxseed cures cancer, but let's discuss this a little bit and you decide for yourself. Because of the heavy and rich source of lignans that are in flax seeds, it boosts that antioxidant power up, and the estrogen, the natural estrogen levels up 800 times more than many other plant sources. So what that means is this has been linked to fighting cancer and possibly curing cancer in some patients. So I want to tell you about a friend of mine. Her husband had, I believe it was stage 2 prostate cancer. When he came back from the doctor with this report, she radically changed his diet. She started pounding his diet with flaxseed, both supplements, and I believe she was using the ground flaxseed form as well, and upping the plant-based antioxidants in his diet overall. After 6 months, he went back to the doctor and came home with a report of being cancer-free. Like I said, I'm not saying this cures cancer, but do some research more for yourself. Ask friends, ask family, ask people you know, and you decide for yourself. Okay, so number 8, because flax seeds are so rich in naturally occurring estrogen, they're really, really beneficial in things like that time of the month and all that goes on with that, cramping, bloating, the flow even. I've even heard from people that have been taking it for a while and they were having trouble with their monthly flow being like regular. And after using flaxseed for a while, they noticed that for the duration of their flow, it was regular and just overall they just felt better. That's amazing, right? Also, I want to tell you another thing about my own personal experience with flaxseed. It's been about almost 20 years ago now. I had taken a birth control medication. I only took it for 3 months, but I came off of it after 3 months, and shortly following that, I began to have problems with terrible mastitis. And if you don't know what that is, it's pain and inflammation in the breast area. And this was so bad, you guys, that even taking a heavy step or walking down a flight of steps caused excruciating pain. And it was worse at 2 times a month when I ovulated and when I flowed. And I began taking flaxseed, and I did it in the ground, the powder form. I did it in yogurt. That just seemed good to me. So I did it in a little bit of organic yogurt. I did 2 tablespoons a day in organic yogurt. After 30 days, that pain had greatly reduced. At the 60-day mark, that mastitis pain was completely gone. I'm not exaggerating. It was gone. I've continued since then taking flaxseed and found other benefits from it as well. Okay, now on to number 9, and this is something that is just so cool to me because you guys know how frugal I am, right? This flaxseed, while being a superfood, it is not $25 a little tiny jar, right? This is very economical. In your grocery store, you can usually get it for anywhere from like $2.50 to $3 for a pound. I recently found it for under $2 a pound, so I stocked up. So remember, if you can get this in the whole seed form and grind it at home, that's better because then you maximize the nutritional benefits from the flaxseed. If you can only get it pre-ground and you can't find it in the whole seed form, don't let that stop you. Go ahead and get it ground and start getting that into your diet in that form, and then when you can find it in the whole seed form, get it that way. All right, now this leads us to number 10, and this is really, really cool. Number 10 is that you can use flaxseed as a leavener. So if you are a vegan, if you are on a vegan lifestyle or dietary plan, or even if you are on a vegan fast for a while, you can't use egg, you can't use milk. I have used this before. You put it in water. I use it usually just straight into my recipes, but you can add water to this and you can find the ratios for that. And if you'd like to know more about that, hit me up with a comment on that. I'll be glad to show you how to do that. And you let it sit, and then you use that as an egg replacer in your recipes, and it works wonderfully. Years ago, we were on a fast. The kids we were also starved to death. And I made a carrot cake, and I used the flaxseed in that carrot cake, and I told them, don't get excited, it might come out like a brick. But you know what? It rose, it was fluffy, it was so delicious, and none of us could hardly believe how good that cake came out. And again, it was a vegan cake, and all I used for that leavening was the flaxseed. Well, now that we've talked about the 10 major benefits of flaxseed, you're probably wondering, how in the world can I get this into my diet? Okay, well, I got some ideas for you. And again, if you want more ideas, please send me a comment on that, leave me a comment on that, because you know I'm pounding with ideas on that stuff, right? Okay, so first of all, I take the ground flaxseed and I put it in granola for a cereal. Easy peasy, wonderful. I put it in yogurt. That's what I usually do when I'm at work because it's easy. I can carry the yogurt. That's a meal prep. It's already done for you, right? Another meal prep idea, and check out this video, guys, on my homemade flaxseed muffins. You can do it plain or you can do it with apple. There's a lot of variations. Again, if you want more ideas on that, leave me a comment. I'd be glad to show you some more ideas of things that I've done just making flaxseed muffins. Wonderful meal prep idea. They go in zipper bags into the fridge or into the freezer and come out and go in our lunch totes on our way out the door. And guys, finally, be looking for my video on zucchini and flaxseed waffles. That's going to be a fun one. And that'll be coming up for you soon. And we'll see you next time on Things Tina Does.